Welcome back to the Cox 11 Sports Report, where now it's time for highlights from the AA Group 4 basketball tournament for both the boys and the girls. And we start with girls basketball action between Grafton and Loudon County.
Grafton having really a history-making season, Chris. Never been to this point, trying to make the state Final Four for the first time ever. The Lady Clippers, as you see right here early on, it's going to be the basket right there in the painted area for Loudon County as they're getting things off started behind Elizabeth Gianalos, a freshman, getting things done.
Yeah, for Grafton, it really has been a 4-year process to get to this point. They've had a lot of one-sided losses coming up short in this tournament, but now they have an opportunity to really make their mark. And unfortunately, Loudon County starting out very strongly as, again, the basket there, this time by Taylor Tibbetts.
The sophomore getting it done against two defenders right there in her grill, and then they're going to step out just inside the three-point line and knock it down. Chloe Knox, the sophomore forward. As right now, Loudon County coming out, shooting the basketball pretty well, up 7 midway through the second quarter at the Constant Center.
And this time, Loudon County going to do it fast break style, as the 2-on-1 leads to an easy basket, this time by Maggie Phillips. The junior forward gets the hoop, but not to be outdone, Grafton comes back the other way. Baseline with the right-hand layup. A nice basket there for Krista Hall.
Krista Hall, one of the players that Coach Tommy Bass is counting on for production. As you see right here, Grafton trying to make a rally, and it's going to be the three-point shooting to get them back in this thing, as that's the great equalizer in postseason basketball, Chris.
Shooting is certainly going to come up big for Grafton. And again, a nice bounce pass to a cutting teammate for the easy two, as Grafton pulls within closer as that basket by Renee Rowe.
Renee Rowe, along with Crystal Hall, Olivia Wilson, really getting Grafton back in this thing where it's hanging in the balance late in the ball game. Loudon County, though, with plenty of talent and experience on its side. You see that time, another one of their junior leaders, and Maggie Phillips, driving to the paint for 2.
Second half action now. Grafton continues their offensive surge as the basket off the glass for Hannah Olson. And the Clippers keeping it close with Loudon County. But Loudon County will kick it out, and a deep three in the corner is knocked in as they continue their strong shooting for the Raiders.
All of a sudden, it's deadlocked at 47-all with under 4 minutes to play. Grafton's transition defense has improved late in the ball game, but now it's in a half-court set, and that's where Loudon County operates at its best. You see Elizabeth Gianalos, the freshman, she's going to be a good one for 2. Can Grafton answer here and stay tight in this game at the very end?
Certainly was a strong stretch of play that got Grafton into it, but a turnover there leads to a fast break opportunity. A nice inside-outside move, and the shot poured in by Alyssa Page. And Grafton now finds themselves trailing by 5. And unfortunately, they only had 3 fouls going into the final minutes of the game, so they really had to work to try to get into the bonus to force a free throw situation for Loudon County. However, they come up short, losing by 5 and falling in their bid to make to the Final Four.
Yeah, used so much energy, and that one just fell short. You see Gianellos with 15 points. Knox adds 12 for Loudon County. For Grafton, Crystal Hall with 15. Olivia Wilson with 11. Their season comes to a close in the state quarterfinals.
Now, on the boys' action, Matt. Grafton taking on Millbrook, and Elijah Moore, the big star for the Clippers. We'll see what kind of action he had today, and his teammates taking on a strong Millbrook team.
You got 2 great stars in this one, as you see Elijah Moore, the 6'7" senior forward with the pull-up jumper, and R.J. Colbreth for Millbrook, averaging just under 21 points per game. You got 2 potential D1 players in this one, and right there you see a great effort by Millbrook to get the steal, but it's going to be a Grafton fast break bucket as Moore finds Joey Miller for 2.
And the key in this game, Matt, would be the size advantage Grafton had. Their top 7 players go between 6 foot and 6'7", and for Millbrook, it was going to be a tough matchup indeed down low, as another basket poured in by the Clippers, Joey Miller.
Elijah Moore going off the dribble, going to find an open teammate. That's Jesse Santiago, football standout, getting it done on the hardwood as Grafton out to the early lead. Millbrook trying to get their outside shooting to go, but the defense just putting the clamps on them until right there, it's R.J. Colbreth, Johnny on the spot with the putback.
Second quarter action now. Grafton with the early advantage. Again, offensively, working the ball around the perimeter. They're going to get inside and using that height advantage to get the basket down low for Zach Letcher.
Yeah, Grafton right now getting a lot of cutting moves to the basket and defensively keeping Millbrook at bay right there, though. Attacking the offensive glass. The Panthers will get 3-4 opportunities right there, and then Millbrook finally gets it to go as it's Colbreth with the bucket.
The Pioneers, a strong effort, still going now, but facing a tough offense from Grafton, and this time the three-point shot is knocked in by Tyler McMillan. And a lot of scores on this Grafton team, not just Elijah Moore, man.
Yeah, McMillan stepping up along with Santiago. You see Evan Sperling. And then, of course, you do have the star right there, Elijah Moore, coast to coast. No stopping that when the 6'7" guy gets going. 17-12, Grafton in the lead late second quarter.
Only 2 losses on the year for the Clippers, and they want to make sure it stays that way against the Pioneers. And the Pioneers will find a shot in the corner. It's up and good, as this time the shot is made by Thomas Baylor.
One of the few makes from long distance for Millbrook in this game. And then Grafton throwing the lob and alley-oop. Elijah Moore throwing it down, the big fella with a surge late in the first half.
That's got to be deflating if you're the Pioneers, Matt, seeing that easy dunk by Moore. And again, the outside shot for Grafton falls as Jimmy Jessup hits the J.
And Grafton liking what they're seeing right now. Their fans that made the trip from Yorktown to Norfolk on their feet applauding. 56-40 victorious over Millbrook, as you see Elijah Moore with 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Tyler McMillan with 11 points, 3 assists, 2 steals. Colbreth had 11 points, 9 boards, 3 steals, but not enough as Grafton moves on to the state Final Four for a second consecutive year.
Coming up after the break, we wrap up the show with more scores and highlights. You're watching the Cox 11 Sports Report.